Equus, Scene 18.
Now stop it.
Do I embarrass you?
I suspect you're about to.
My wife doesn't understand me, Your Honor.
Do you understand her?
No, obviously I never did.
I'm sorry. I've never liked to ask, but I've always imagined you weren't exactly compatible.
We were. It actually worked for a bit. I mean, for both of us. We worked for each other. She actually, for me, through a kind of briskness. A clear, red-headed, inaccessible briskness which kept me keyed up for months. Mind you, if you're kinky for northern hygienic, as I am, you can't find anything much more compelling than a Scottish lady dentist.
It's you who are wicked, you know?
Not at all. She got exactly the same from me. Antiseptic proficiency. I was like that in those days. We suited each other admirably. I see us in our wedding photo. Dr. and Dr. Mac Brisk. We were brisk in our wooing, brisk in our wedding, brisk in our disappointment. We turned from each other briskly into our separate surgeries, and now there's them all.
You have no children, have you?
No, we didn't go in for them. Instead, she sits beside our salmon pink glazed brick fireplace and knits things for orphans in a home she helps with. And I sit opposite, turning the pages of art books on ancient Greece. Occasionally, I still trail a faint scent of my enthusiasm across her path. I pass her a picture of the sacred acrobats of Crete leaping through the horns of running bulls, and she'll say, "Oh, Martin, what an absurd thing to be doing. The Highland Games now, there's normal sport." Or she'll observe, just after I've told her a story from the Iliad. "You know, when you come to think of it, Agamemnon and that lot were nothing but a bunch of ruffians from Cornwalls, only with fancy names." You get the picture. She's turned into a shrink, the familiar domestic monster, Margaret Dysart, the shrink's shrink.
That's cruel, Martin.
Yes. Do you know what it's like for two people to live in the same house as if they were in different parts of the world? Mentally, she's always in some drizzly kirk of her own inheriting, and I'm in some Doric temple, clouds steering through pillars, eagles peering prophecies out of the sky. She finds all that repulsive. All my wife has ever taken from the Mediterranean, from that whole vast intuitive culture, are 4 bottles of Chianti to make into lamps, and 2 China condiment donkeys labeled Sally and Peppy. I wish there was one person in my life I could show. One instinctive, absolutely unbriefed person I could take to Greece, and stand in front of certain shrines and sacred streams, and say, "Look, life is only comprehensible through 1,000 local gods, and not just the old dead ones with names like Zeus. No, but living geniuses of place and person. And not just Greece, but modern England, spirits of certain trains, certain curves of brick wall, certain ship shops, if you like, and slate roofs, just as of ship as many as you can see, and more will appear. If I had a son, I bet he'd come out exactly like his mother, utterly worshipless. Would you like a drink?"
No, thanks. Actually, I've got to be going. As usual.
Really?
Really, I've got an Everest of papers to get through before bed.
You never stop, do you?
Do you?
This boy with his stare, he's trying to save himself from me.
I'd say so.
What I am trying to do to him.
Restore him, surely.
To what?
A normal life.
Normal?
It means something.
Does it?
Of course.
You mean a normal boy has 1 head, a normal head has 2 ears?
You know I don't.
Then what else?
Oh, stop it.
No, what? You tell me.
I won't be built on a style like this, Martin. You're really disgraceful. You know what I mean by a normal smile in a child's eyes. And one that isn't. Even if I can't exactly define it, don't you?
Yes.
Then we have a duty to that, surely, both of us.
Touché. I'll talk to you.
Dismissed?
You said you had to go.
I do. Thank you for doing what you're doing. You're going through a rotten patch at the moment. I'm sorry. I suppose one of the few things one can do is simply hold on priorities.
Like what?
Oh, children before grown-ups. Things like that.
You're really quite splendid.
Famous for it. Good night.
Normal. Normal.